Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Lojak. Today is Tuesday, July 18th, second half of the MLB season. And once again, I am wearing my Baseball Furies outfit from the movie The Warriors. And that means that I had yet another winning day yesterday. 5-2 makes 5 winning days in a row. For those who are just watching the show for the first time, I did a little superstitious thing where I decided I was going to wear this outfit that looks just like the Baseball Furies from the movie The Warriors before the All-Star break, and I decided I was going to wear it every day until I had a losing day, and that has not happened yet. 5 winning days in a row. A few days cut it close, but 5 winning days in a row now, and just chugging along, Matty Ice. I think that each day. Yesterday, I didn't feel particularly confident about all the picks I had going up against Sportsbit on the.
Did you win that one? I forgot about that.
Of course, I won that one. Listen. There's a reason they call me Total Slow Shack.
I'll let you rub it in a little bit. Go for it.
Listen, I'm telling you what, they call me Total Slow Shack, and that is not by accident. My picks on sides long term are significantly shitty, but my picks on totals long term, all sports, are pretty good, right around 53.5%, which is doesn't sound like much, but to anyone who knows sports betting well, of a big sample size, that is a huge amount. And the only reason that I'm not much more wealthy than I am right now is because I foolishly lent my entire life savings away to friends in Costa Rica a bunch of years ago. Matty Ice and everyone knows about that one, and but. That does not mean that my, you know about that, Matty Ice, right?
Yes.
Yeah, also situation. One day I'll tell the whole story. It is.
I would write it down. It's probably a good.
It's a classic Costa Rica story, and
that's true.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later on. They weren't Ticos though, but they were just British.
I know.
Guys. They were British guys.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. But totals I'm pretty good on, and I went up against head-to-head with Sportsbit. Now I'll admit that when I made that pick, the reason why I went with it was because I know on totals I trust myself. If that had been a side, I probably wouldn't even have given the pick. I would have been like,
you would have done it quietly. You wouldn't have shit talked them.
No, I literally probably wouldn't even have given it, like if I have a side that I'm feeling like kind of good about, but someone in the comments section makes a good point on the other side saying they really like it, like one of the many people that I respect here, like Mike Heap or Tomarino Tomor or many of those people, I'll pull my side. I have no problem pulling a side, but a total I will stick with. And all right, so
you did 5-2 last night. That's really good.
Yeah, not too bad. And the loss was San Diego as an underdog, which was a one of the big underdog play that
take that one.
Yeah, you never. That's the tricky thing about underdogs in all sports, and especially in like MMA when you have huge underdogs. If you bet a huge underdog and it loses, you have to tell yourself, well, did I still have a big edge and it was just a big underdog that was likely to lose? All right. Anyway, big news of the day, Matty Ice. Even bigger than the fact that was my 5th winning day in a row is that unbelievable.
Get out the fireworks and the streamers.
Are you kidding me right now?
We got to start baking cakes for this.
I feel like Jerry Seinfeld. Like, who are these people who keep bringing Bartolo Colon? Who are the geniuses in the front office that keep doing this? Came up with this one. It's Bartolo Colon Day once again. I guess Minnesota, for whatever reason, I didn't even check like Minnesota's playoff situation.
I had no idea that he even moved teams until yesterday when they were talking about it.
I mean, why? What? Like, I feel like I'm having all sorts of conflicted emotions here. I feel like remember Laguna Beach. I feel like when they would hear that someone like hooked up with some remember the show.
Jeez, man, you're taking me way back.
Yeah, I used to watch that show all the time.
Holy
Whenever someone would hook up with someone that blew their mind, they'd always be like
that.
Seriously?
Like the OC.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Are you kidding me right now? Seriously?" And that's how I feel about Bartolo Colon. What is Minnesota thinking here? I know he's going to be on a pitch count, which is, I guess I'm reading that he's going to be on a 90 pitch count.
Right, Gooch.
But those 90 pitches have got to be terrible. So the question is, how do we bet this? I did jump on
a pitch count. Why do you put him on a pitch count? He's 48 years old. What the hell are they saving him for?
And why a 90 pitch? I mean, like, most pitch counts are 100. So, but.
Yeah, 90 seems a bit high to put a cap on at that point. What the hell, right? Usually like 60, 70 if you're going to buy it.
Yeah, so I definitely jumped on the Yankees -1 on the overnight line. Once again, the fade Cologne line seems surprisingly low. You're getting the Yankees lineup. Now, the Yankees have been, scuffling for a while, but you're getting the Yankees at just about minus 130. I actually got it, I think, at 123, and I took them -1, and I got almost exactly even money on that one. So now it still hasn't moved that much, and the question is, what do you bet here? Do you bet the Yankees -1, the Yankees on the first 5 innings? Do you bet the Yankees team?
All of the above,
you think
-2.
So? Is it that obvious and that easy?
I mean, I guess that you're crossing over to the. Would that be considered square picking and blind betting and blah blah blah? I'm putting a little bit. Yes. Is that the low hanging? I mean, this entire game is low hanging.
Yeah, right? Exactly. The team total is 5.5, which you can get at -118 at Pinnacle, -120 a bunch of other places. The -1 line is right about even money, which I bet pretty big on the overnight line. And the first 5 innings would be, let's see, for the Yankees, -140. Yeah, there is a little bit of a wind blowing in. Sessa is a guy who's coming up.
That's why.
Well, I mean, he has some upside. He has he's shown that he can get some outs. I mean, yeah, he has.
He's not bad, but
right.
But that's why, obviously.
Right. So yes, and thank you for everyone who pulled me off of the Cubs Atlanta total yesterday. Nate Dog 420 just pointed out. I told you Atlanta under yesterday. Yes, that one did cash. I was leaning towards the over, and I actually bet that one, and I lost on that one. I also lost on the Atlanta on my money line on my personal account, which is okay. So a lot of people commenting on this game. Vitalis says, why would you take the Yankees full game knowing their save rate right now? Why wouldn't you just take them on the first 5 innings? Well, because when you take them on the first 5 innings, you're paying basically full juice, and when you take them on the full game, you're getting a significantly reduced juice. And you can also take them on the money line on the full game, which you can also on the run line, which you can also take the run line on the first 5 innings, of course. But yeah, Nicholas Susi says the line was out and is sitting right where I figured. I think Vegas is fading Sessa a little. Yeah, I mean, look. So then you maybe you want to think about but just the Yankees team total over 5.5. Why would we not want that?
What's the? God, I keep forgetting now. He's on a different team. So the Twins, what's their middle to late reliefs look like? Because that's really where the game's going to be won or lost.
The Twins, right? Middle to late relief. Yeah, the Twins in general have a slightly crappy bullpen. If I recall correctly, I'm not sure how they've done very recently, but I didn't even. It's so obvious. All right, I have to make a decision here. I have to stop yapping here about.
Well, that's what this whole show's about.
Yeah, that's what it is. Dom G says, do you consider yourself a sharp, Pete? No, I consider myself an extremely educated and knowledgeable square, but extremely educated and knowledgeable. In other words, I expect myself to lose going forward, but I know exactly why, and I know all the factors involved in why I lose, and I know I can give a very good approximation as to exactly how much I would be expected to lose. So yeah, no, I don't consider myself to be a sharp, although I do consider myself to be a very extremely well-educated square. Nicholas Susi says the team total. DJ1 Mike says no reason to tail Cologne whatsoever. Ride the square pick to the bank. Yeah,
it's one of the square picks that's hard to pass up. Right?
All right, I guess. Jesus Christ. All right, I guess I will. The only thing is that there is a slight wind blowing in Minnesota that I am seeing, and gosh, all right, I'll think about this. Let me just think about this. You know what I'll do? All right, you know what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do?
I'm just going to take the Yankees -1. Just going to take the Yankees -1. I'm not going to take them on the first 5 innings because that'll be a -140 line. -1 is right around even money, and that will be the money line part of that. Will be the money line part of that. Actually, the best line right now is at Intertops -128. Intertops -128. Pinnacle has 130. A few places have 135. Bet Online has 131. But Intertops has -128. So I'll take that on the money line part, and the run line part will be also at Intertops +120. A bunch of places have +120. Pinnacle, a bunch of places have +120. So I will take the Yankees -1 at very, very slight favorite odds there, and that'll be the way I'll bet it. And I'll think about maybe throwing on them the Yankees team total over 5.5. But yeah, it's quite baffling. Look, I mean, I think that Cologne is an auto fade. I think every play that you're making on him against him has value, but he's not he's literally not a lock. I mean, there's some people who might. It's possible that he could come in and throw
100%,
5 innings, 3 runs, 90 pitches.
He could throw a 6-inning 90-pitch shutout. I mean, it's not.
That would be if he throws 6 shutout innings. I will eat my hat.
It happened. What was the last season? Fires threw a no-hitter 2 seasons ago.
That's right.
Shit happens, man.
You know that
even as
saying,
terrible
right?
as Lincecum was playing 2 or 3
Yes,
years ago,
right.
he had a random no-hitter one day.
You know that saying, right? I'll eat my hat. If Bartolo Colon throws 6 strikeouts innings, I'll eat my hat.
Oh, hat.
Yes. I'll eat my hat. I'll
You're
eat this Yankees hat right here. If he throws 6 shutout innings. No, I won't eat the Yankees hat because you're right, it is a slight possibility. Extremely unlikely, though. All right, enough Bartolo. Oh, boy. Look at Joey Martino. There he goes. Joey Martino says, Twins it is for me. Okay. Joey Martino taking the Twins. Look, I mean, once again, it's about the line here. The issue is just that you're fading Colon, but you're not taking, minus 300, as we will talk about in a different game you will have to take if you want to take the other side. But you're getting the Yankees at -1 at just even money.
And Joey, my comparison for Fires and Colon is only to show that anything can happen. Things happen.
Yes.
That guys who are not successful on a weekly basis can come out and throw a no-hitter. That's all.
That's right. That's right. Joey Martino says that, boy, Joey Martino has a lot of hate inside of him.
Yeah, he's an angry man.
Joey Martino has a lot of hate. No, I understand. I have a lot of hate too.
They're also both major league pitchers. So
what?
They're also both major league pitchers.
Yes, they are. They are. This is it's like the Hitler comparisons. They both love dogs and have 2 arms. Yes, everyone's like Hitler because they have 2 arms. Yes. All right. So that's it. I'm taking the Yankees -1. And again, if it loses, how much do I lose? 3 units, 2.5 units? No, just 1 unit. So if Joey Martino wants to take Minnesota at +120 or whatever it is, which he's not, he's just saying that. But yeah, I'm on the Yankees. All right, enough bullshit about Colon. Let's get to the rest of the card. A lot of interesting stuff. Clayton Kershaw -300. Now this is a different situation. If you want to take the Dodgers here and you do lose 3 units, more than 3 units. But I'll tell you this, Matty Ice.
Tell me. And
I'll tell you this, everyone watching the show. The Dodgers have won Kershaw's last 13 starts in a row, and overall on the year, they are 17-2 in Kershaw's starts. So that means that as of right now, the fair line for Kershaw's starts this year should have been -850. That means
so that we're getting a deal at 300.
That's right. That means that, listen to this, Matty Ice. I'm about to blow your mind with some simple math here.
Do it.
If the Dodgers had been -750 in all of Kershaw's starts this year, and you would bet them every time, you would be up right now.
Well, of course.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Not much, though.
Not much
overall, but
not much. But you would be up. And if they had been -500 in all of Kershaw's starts this year, and you would bet him every time, you would actually be up a good amount, right? Yes.
Yeah.
You would be up. Well, you'd be up 17 units, and then you'd lose 10 units on the 2 losses, so you'd be up 7 units over 19 games, which is a very nice profit.
You're right. For something that seems obvious.
Yeah. Milo Georgiev says, time for Kershaw and LA Dodgers to lose. I was thinking about, and there you go. Mike Heap, right what I was going to say. He says Dodgers over 4.5, cash money. White Sox can handle a lefty. Gonzalez is awful, and Dodgers get first 5 by themselves. Yes, that's how I was actually thinking about playing this one. Was the Dodgers team total over? Although I'm not sure where he was seeing 4.5, because I was only seeing 5. Let me see if maybe Heritage has a 4.5, which I don't think so. Yeah, Heritage has 5.5, and Pinnacle has 5. So Mike Heap, I agree with everything you said except for the 4.5 part. I'm not seeing 4.5 anywhere. I am seeing 5 at Heritage. I'm sorry, at Pinnacle. I am seeing 5 minus 146. So yeah, I don't think there's any 4.5s there.
That would be nice, though.
Yeah. So let me think if I want to take the Dodgers at team total over 5 minus 146. Gonzalez has been so hittable, so bad. And you know what? I will do that. LA Dodgers, although with Kershaw, sometimes when they know Kershaw's on the mound, they just put 3 runs up and they just like.
That's true. We talked about this before.
Yes,
the same thing with Felix Hernandez when he was dealing a little bit better. It's very frustrating.
Oh, Mike keeps saying the first 5 innings. Wow, that's a ballsy play. He's saying that the White Sox hit lefties, which they do. But my sense is that when you have elite starting pitchers, or the opposite, when you have terrible starting pitchers, lefty-righty splits mean a lot less. So, yeah, Mike keeps saying 4.5. And, yeah, you're right. That might be the Dodgers putting up 5 all by themselves. But if they do, then probably the team total over is the way to go. All right, I'm going to think about that. I'm going to think about that. As of right now, my only pick so far is the Yankees -1, which is got to kind of low-hanging fruit. It's got to.
Yes. I think you're right.
That's definitely low-hanging fruit. All right. And other games on the slate today that are interesting. I didn't actually make that many bets on the overnight lines. What else did I bet? Let's see here. A lot of second half plays that I was looking at, waiting for them to come out. Maybe Washington, maybe Milwaukee. Guerra is pitching against Nova, and Guerra in the Milwaukee-Pittsburgh game has been very, very bad, very, very questionable. Nova does give up home runs, but has been okay. And I was thinking about a shot with Milwaukee on the second half there. I also bet the Mets. And Waka against Montero. Waka has definitely turned a bit of a corner. His last 3 starts before the All-Star break were quite excellent, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I would expect that long-term going forward, but I think for this start, I would. And Montero on the other side has gotten some okay results as a starter, but in general, he has control issues. So I did bet St. Louis -1, and I would also be thinking about St. Louis maybe on the first 5 innings and also on the team total over. That is 4.5. So let me just quickly check that one. It's St. Louis team total over. Yeah, 4.5 -121. And at Heritage, what do we have here? St. Louis team total over is 4.5 -125. Yeah, so I'd be leaning the team total over for sure, and St. Louis -1 as well. And you know what? I will hit that one. I'll hit that one also. St. Louis -1, even though they won yesterday. The money line will be -115 everywhere. Literally every single book has -115 right now. And the run line part of that will be +140. A lot of books have that one as well. So small plus money there on St. Louis -1. That is a second pick right there. I'm taking St. Louis and the Yankees, both -1. All right, let's take a look. Before we get to some comments, let me just look at some other, if there's any other interesting games that I want to highlight here. Well, yeah, Edwin Jackson is returning for Washington. I don't know what to make of that.
Ooh,
I'm thinking that, yeah, he might be very vulnerable here. Washington might have an edge on the second half, though. It's a little bit of a tough scheduling spot, though. The Angels have a day off, and they were at home. And Washington, of course, played Cincinnati yesterday. They travel, and they're off a 4-game sweep, so it might be a little bit of a down spot for them. Also, Tampa Bay is an interesting team. I'm kind of high on them going forward in the second half. And Snell has had some serious control issues. You never quite know what you're going to get from him, but I think expecting him to continue to have control issues is a pretty reasonable assumption. So Tampa Bay is also a team that I was looking at on the second half. The San Diego, Colorado game, not even thinking about it. Then Detroit, KC. I was thinking about Detroit on the first 5 innings. Boyd against Wood. Wood is a very mediocre at best guy who has starting experience, but is very hittable. And the Tigers also hit lefties very well. And Boyd is a guy who's one of these frustrating guys. Great stuff, excellent results in the minors, but just doesn't get it done in the majors. And you look at a guy like that, and you're like, at some point, this guy's got to start getting it done in the majors. You know, you look at his minor league numbers: a WHIP under 1, more than 9 strikeouts per game. Excellent peripherals in AAA, but in the majors, and then you look at his major league results: 3 innings, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, 5 runs. Those kinds of stat lines. So I'm thinking about taking a shot with Detroit on the first 5 innings tonight. Houston lost yesterday. Anyone who bet them, I knew that. I'm not saying I knew Seattle was going to win. I just had a strong suspicion that Houston was not to play at -230. I mean, if they had been -140, I would have bet them, and I would have had a loss on that one.
That was the game everybody wanted to talk about yesterday, too. Everybody wanted to talk about that game yesterday.
And again, it's all about the line. I'm not sitting here saying, I knew Seattle was going to win, because if it had been -125, would have been a max play for me on Houston, right? And I would have taken a loss on that one. But it's all about the line. And tonight, Gaviglio is a guy who gets it done with smoke and mirrors. Peacock, classic guy who gets a lot of strikeouts, but also has some serious control issues. So I think the line is pretty close to where it is. I wouldn't take Houston once again. I would not take Houston, and I would have slight thoughts about the over in that game. And then the Cubs in Atlanta is another game that I'm looking at here. I'm thinking about the first 5 innings over here. It's Lackey against Newcomb. Lackey, of course, very, very hittable as his career winds down. And Newcomb is a guy with great stuff, but control issues. He had major control issues in the minors. Then he came up to the majors, and somehow psychologically that fixed his control issues for 2 or 3 games. And then popped right back and suddenly started to have control issues once again and started to have bad starts. So I'm thinking that it's probably a decent bet that one or both of them struggle, and I'm looking at the first 5 innings over on that one, although, I also like the over yesterday, and that one didn't cash, although the starting pitchers yesterday were far superior to what we're seeing today. It's just a 5 here, and I will make that one a third official pick. The Cubs and Atlanta, first 5 innings, over 5 at -119 at Pinnacle. So that's a third pick that I have given. Then there's Velasquez against Conley with Philly, and Velasquez, neither one of these pitchers I have too much confidence in, but Velasquez's deal is he has great fastball, great stuff, but has control issues and lacks a secondary pitch. Only has a fastball. That doesn't get it done in the majors. And Conley is a guy who has regressed majorly, has had control issues, and in the minors, his overall minor league starts were not good recently. Now they're bringing him up. I was actually thinking about maybe a shot with the Philly team total over on that one, surprisingly, despite the fact that Philly is, obviously a crappy offense in general. I was thinking about over 4 on the Philly team total over, -113, but I'm going to hold off on that one for now. I'll just make it a lean. Arizona-Cincinnati game, a lot of people have asked about that, and that is got to be a pass for me. Ray, strikeouts, ton of strikeouts, but does have some walk and home run issues that could creep up here. Ray had a couple of bad starts against Philly recently, could easily get hit. Sal Romano, an interesting guy. I think Mark Lathrop was a guy who predicted that Romano would have a good start in Coors, and I faded Sal Romano in that one, and Mark Lathrop was right. Romano did have a good start in Coors. He suppresses home runs, so that game is a complete pass for me. All right, let's get to some comments.
Before we do that, just real quick. Again, just like yesterday and like with every weekday moving forward, Dave Malinsky has a new, a daily feature, I guess you would call it, called Point Blank. He's also on Twitter with this. And I don't know, I got to be honest, in the 2 articles he's put out so far, both blow my mind. And I'm super, super excited to see what he's got going on today. So if it's not up already, it should be within an hour or so. It'll be the marquee article on our website. So check out sbrpicks.com for that today. Yeah, and every day.
Your mind, really.
I just, the way that most people write sports betting is very just dry, honestly. He writes like a writer. It's more almost an editorial. It's a good read. I read it twice. It's great.
I got to be honest. I read the first 2 articles as well, and I thought they were just very mediocre. I'm kidding around. I got to be honest.
I know you didn't read them.
Yes. I got to be honest. I did not read that one, but either of those articles. But I will also be honest and say that, again, which I said yesterday.
You don't have to read them. I know they're good.
Yes. When I first started, getting serious into sports betting, Dave Malinsky was one of the guys who I followed regularly. And I always, read his stuff. I would take notes on it sometimes. I would save it sometimes. I think I probably still have in my stash of garbage in my house that I intend to go through some like printouts of articles that he wrote, 15 years ago or 10 years ago, or whatever it was.
Yeah. So, and honestly, too, he was here. He pops in and out sometimes from here. He's generally just a really nice guy and a smart guy.
Yes. And the kind of guy whose insights into sports betting, if you're a beginner or an intermediate or even an expert, just enhance the way you approach sports betting and think about it. So he's the kind of guy who I would read his sports betting analysis, even if he wasn't giving picks in the analysis or anything. So all right. That's Dave Malinsky, new contributor to SBRSportsPicks.com. All right, so let's get to some comments. A lot of comments. A lot of people still talking about the Astros game yesterday. Mike keeps saying it. Altuve hit would have changed it all. Yes, and again, the issue with the game yesterday was not that the Astros lost. The issue is that they were -240. Right? Okay, and let's get to some. Some comments here. We got some DJ1 Mike says Cubs will crush Newcomb today. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Milo Georgiev says Cubs Atlanta is over. Yes. So I am on the first 5 innings over. If the first 5 innings don't go over, I wouldn't want the full game, but I'm on the first 5 innings over 5 in the Atlanta and Cubs game. Nice to see that Milo Georgiev and DJ1 Mike agree with my play here. All right, let's see.
So I just have another quick announcement. I hate to cut you off again, but one of the big honchos just came in and gave me the information, the 411 that one of our viewers today on the show can win a ticket
Really?
With the airfare.
To where?
The goal here.
Oh, okay.
For the International Football Betting Conference. So how do we want to figure out who? First person to make you laugh on the chat?
Yeah, well, the first person to, I mean, who wants it? Who wants a free? Do any of our wonderful, illustrious commenters want a free ticket and free hotel room down to attend the IFBC, the International Football Betting Conference? It goes the first week in August. What about you? Udam porn Ratanafakti.
Of all the days for what's his name? Our Chinese friend has to be on.
To not be here. John Michaud asking to where? Jensen Bonzon says me. Armin Hinjosa says I do. Jensen Bonzon says
where?
Right here.
To where? So
how about this? How
about what?
How about we ask each of them to give a pick, and if one of them gives a pick,
that requires too much work for me. I'd rather just give it right now.
How do we decide it? How do we? You can flip a coin. That's kind of the boring way. How about this? Why don't you think about it, and while you're thinking about it, I will look at some comments concerning today's games and try to
we should do some kind of like a fight club. It's not really feasible for a chat box.
Yeah. I'll tell you, and it's
I don't know. Make me want to give it to you. I'm looking at the chat here myself on my phone. So
I mean, as far as screen names are concerned, it's basically a tie.
Armin
Hinjosa is a cool name, but so is Jensen Bonzon. Those are both equally cool names. So I don't know if we can
Johnny
make a discussion there.
I mean, hey, if he wants it. Yeah, Wang Zhou. I forgot his name. How dare I?
Yeah. All right, so we're giving away a free ticket to the International Football Betting Conference with, again, some illustrious guys here, man. Clay Travis, Gil Alexander, Gabe Morency, Ed Feng.
I've been watching a lot more Gabe stuff. I'm really excited to meet him. I hadn't been familiar with him prior to, but, East Coast sort of guy that I am, that attitude that he has about everything is definitely up my alley.
Yeah. So if anyone wants one, Robinson Jeppa is asking about the WNBA game. Starts in 30 minutes. Robinson, I have not had time to look at that because last night, well, I was tendering a little bit, but last night I did my deep Big 12 research, and I have some nice stuff to say about the Big 12 and that video I'm planning on shooting today. So Robinson Jeppa, I did not look at the WNBA games today. So Brian Green asking Pistol Pete, what's the hanging fruit? Well, it's obvious. The hanging fruit today, and it might lose, and if it does lose, Joey Martino will have a nice little cash on Minnesota. The low-hanging fruit today is a faded Bartolo Colon. My play on it is the Yankees -1. You could make an argument that it might be better just to take
Jansen, where are you at?
The Yankees' first 5 innings or to take the Yankees team total over at 5.5, but I'm taking Yankees -1, and that is the low-hanging fruit of
What were those the numbers too for that? I got to write that down.
It was right about almost exactly even money. It was, I don't remember, it was the, let me see. The Yankees, the money line part was -128 at Intertops, and the run line part was +120, so almost exactly even money.
That's a good point, young Jeezy. Whoever wins this does need a passport.
Yes, that's true. And yes, that's right. It has to be allowed to leave the country. You can't be on any no-fly lists, right? You can't be a known terrorist. You can't.
Those two go hand in hand.
Right.
Are a lot of terrorists betting on baseball? I don't know.
Yeah, that's how they launder.
That's how they fund ISIS.
Yes, that's how they fund ISIS.
Picks of the day.
That's why the U.S. government cracks down on sports betting, because sports betting is how they fund ISIS.
I remember when I was in high school, it was if I bought pot, I was funding Al Qaeda.
Yeah.
So
I do feel kind of guilty because I know that my positive EV baseball picks are going to benefit ISIS a little bit, and I'm not, I don't like it, but there's nothing I can really do about it. I know ISIS is watching this, and I know ISIS is following my advice, and I know ISIS is betting it and funding their nefarious activities. All right. Let's see. Let's get some.
Tom. See, Tom, that's the kind of a comment that I would want to give you a ticket. Bring Wang Zhou, make him a Tinder, and watch the magic happen. Tinder's a big deal here.
There you go. Yes, it is. All right.
Jensen, you're Canadian. All right, I'm going to write your name down.
A lot of comments. I just want to get some comments mostly because I want to make sure that there's nothing that I'm on the wrong side of, that people are. Lou Skunt says he already put 5 units against Cologne. Yeah, I did that as soon as I saw that line came out. I just jumped on it -1. Young Jeezy says, are the Yankees low-hanging fruit today? Yes, they are. Austin Guy says, I took Seattle at +195. Very happy. Congratulations on your cash there yesterday. Austin Geis, let's see. Nicholas Susi said, congrats on the under game yesterday. Nice. Thank you. Let's see.
Damn DJ One Mike. We need a DJ here.
Yeah.
Or there was another DJ, Millie Mel. What are you up to?
DJ, all he needs is one mic. All right,
let's
see. Let me see. I'm scanning the comments here for any
John, this is American football. Sorry, not soccer football.
I'm scanning the comments for any. You see, this is where we need some music, some scanning music for any possible. I
wish I knew all the words to Nas's one mic. I just started to that.
Yeah. Newcomb Lackey. A lot of people are talking about that. Newcomb Lackey game. I'm on the over. First 5 innings. I think that. Milo Georgiev says Pete, the line is moving against the Cardinals. Why they shall win? Well, I think that the Mets are, the Mets have some nice bats in their lineup, and Waka is certainly not a sure thing.
Thank you.
To get to have a good game, but I'm betting on it. I like it, and it is a little bit tricky that they're coming off of a nice win.
Donnie, is that just because they're both Canadian?
All right, a lot of questions about Milo Georgiev says my play today is San Diego Padres plus 1.5 runs with birthday boy Lamet. Yeah, I mean, I would probably lean San Diego again as an underdog, but I'm not going to take them because it's not quite big enough. And I wouldn't have been on them yesterday if they had been in the plus 120s, but the plus 140s, I had to take them there. Let's see.
That's a good question by Lou there. I think I saw these two, by the way, but I don't remember where. He wants to know if any books have lines for O.J. Simpson parole hearing. I have some.
Is he coming up with parole?
Yes.
He is, huh?
He's expected to get it, too.
Yeah.
I did see lines. I honestly couldn't tell you where they were, but I saw him yesterday, the day before.
Yeah.
What I would do, I'll tell you guys, for if you searching on Twitter, super helpful. So if I were you, I would just type in maybe O.J. Simpson odds. If they're out there, they would pop up on there. The Twitter search, if you use it properly, is super helpful to find stuff like that. So that's my suggestion.
All right, a lot of comments here. I just God, it's whenever there's a full card, there's just a ton of comments, ton of opinions, ton of questions. Jesus Christ! All right, so did you give away the ticket, or
I think I gave to this Jensen Bozon.
Jensen Bonzone. That's a cool name.
Sorry, I'm having a little eye trouble today.
And Jensen Bonzone is from Canada.
Apparently,
God, I love Canada.
For some reason, I thought he was not somewhere else.
I want to be a citizen of Canada so bad.
Canada's great. We talk about that a lot. But yeah, Jensen, you free up August 4th, or I guess flying in on the 3rd, perhaps.
Udumborn Ratanafakti.
You got it, man.
Udumborn Ratanafakti asked Cleveland today. I don't know about that. No, I like Cleveland yesterday. Obviously, got two different plays with them yesterday, and I cashed. Today's a little bit trickier. Yesterday was definitely I was looking to fade more, and block is a little bit different. Block is a lot has a bit more upside, and when Cleveland is going up against anyone with some upside, it starts to make me nervous. Unless I'm getting big underdog odds with them. Cleveland
I'm serious.
Cleveland is still a team, despite the fact that they. I think I'm probably going to start to have a good read on when to pick my spots with them. Thought yesterday was a good spot with Cleveland. They might get it done today as well, but not as a road favorite. I'm not taking it. Clevenger, nice arm, has definitely been having some nice results closing. Had some nice results to close out the first half. And if Cleveland was maybe plus 110, maybe I'd take a shot with them for sure at plus 1. But as a road favorite,
really, you're not feeling that great about Cleveland today?
No, not at the line. Again, if they were a small road underdog, I would take a shot with them at plus 1. But as a road favorite, that's still a team with some psychological issues. And if they win, congratulations, Cleveland. But I'm not going to be on them. And I would lean Cleveland second half as well. But again, I'm just going to hold off on them for now. All right. So
sorry, Armin, I know you are. It's all right. We still have another one, I think, to give away for socials. So if you tweet at me at SBR Sports Picks of a video yourself, telling me why you want the ticket, I'll probably give you one too. And maybe I'll give it away another one tomorrow if you want to wait. But for today, I got to give it to my man J2K.
So everyone's asking about Cleveland, and that's my answer. They are still a team with psychological issues. Still a team that I'm going to be very careful about betting. And once again, if they were a small road underdog here, I would take them at plus 1, and that would be a pick. But as a road favorite, no, I'm off of it.
That's one of my triple plays for our contest.
Which, yesterday or today?
Today.
Oh, okay. And look, no, I mean,
no, I'm not trying to sway you. I'm just,
I mean, San Francisco is obviously ass. As bad as Cleveland is, San Francisco is even worse. at home. Oh no, not at home, but overall. And Clevenger is I'm sorry, San Francisco is worse than Cleveland, but Clevenger closed the first half with some good numbers, and he might have a decent start. All right, I have to make I have to make some decisions here on my.
We got our dude here to what's his name? Shit, Molly Mall. He wants to bet $200 today on 2 games. So obviously, I'd say the Yankees. And what would be your other?
I'd like to bet $100 on 2 picks. All right, yeah, I would take the Yankees -1, and then if I was going to take another pick, it would be Cubs Atlanta first 5 innings over. Just a simple play. One of them either gets hit.
That's nice. I like that.
And if both of them get hit, then you cash over 5 -119. That would be my other pick. All right, let me just. How
did Lester pitch this? I didn't watch that game.
I'm sorry.
How did Lester pitch? I missed that.
He pitched pretty well. Yeah, the Cubs won, and the game did go under. So
Drew was at that game.
Well, very nice. Yes, very nice.
Took some nice pictures.
All right, so let me just quickly let me go over the card and decide about my leans here. All right, so let's go over the card one by one. Milwaukee and Pittsburgh. Milwaukee's second half is definitely a lean. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, -110. That is very tempting. Milwaukee on the second half is a lean. I'll think about that right now. Texas-Baltimore game, I'm totally passing on. Toronto-Boston game, I'm definitely passing on that one. Johnson can be good or can be terrible. As of right now, I'm passing on it. St. Louis -1 is an official play, and also the St. Louis team total over is also a lean. The Atlanta-Cincinnati game, a pass.
Thank you, Molly.
Philly team total over 4 is actually a lean going up against Conley, but I'm going to hold off on that one as well. Cubs Atlanta first 5 innings is an official play on the over 5 -119. Dodgers, I'll tell you what, Dodgers team total over 5 is definitely a lean, and also the Dodgers -1 at -260 or whatever it is actually also a lean. Just because if you look at Kershaw's, at how the Dodgers have done in Kershaw's starts this year, the fair line should be -850, and so that would be a lean. I'm not going to make it as a pick, but it's definitely a lean. And the Yankees -1 is an official pick, low-hanging fruit of the day, and also the Yankees team total over 5.5 is a lean. Not going to double up on it, but I'll make it a lean. Seattle-Houston, I'm going to pass on that one. Detroit first 5 innings is definitely a lean on Boyd to have a good start, to finally put it together and do in the majors what he's been able to do in the minors. It's just -110. That is very tempting for me to take that one as well, but I'm going to hold off on it for now. But that is definitely a lean. San Diego, Colorado, pass. Tampa Bay second half is also a lean. Again, I'm kind of high on Tampa Bay in general. Oakland also traded 2 of their relievers to Washington. If you didn't catch that one, that is pretty important because Washington may get a boost in their bullpen, and Oakland may take a hit in their bullpen as well. We'll check the numbers as we get some sample sizes under our belt. But Washington has a terrible bullpen. They did, you know that, right, Matty Ice? They acquired 2 relievers from Oakland. That's important.
Yeah. That's another thing too to think about moving forward. There's going to be a little trades coming up. That I've heard some very cool, very quiet rumblings. Sonny Gray might head into the Yankees, perhaps.
Here. Check.
Looks like it. All right, so there you go. See you next.
Are we back on?
I think so.
Are there any comments? What the hell is going on here?
Let's see, let me check my phone.
Are we back on?
Yeah. I see you. Good, Jensen. All right, looks like we're good. No sound. Hold on.
Check. Yes, no, I have no sound.
Okay, you should.
I should. Check. Yep. Okay. All right. We are back on. Listen, the company can only afford an internet connection that costs $40 a month. So sometimes the internet, does drop out, right?
The internet here in this country is a pain. As far as I know, we pay for the best internet you can get in the whole country.
Really?
And it's still like not as good as my parents' house in New Jersey. Sometimes. Wow. It's just slow. It's tough.
But it's still dial-up.
One of my houses ass.
Really?
Oh, it's so annoying.
Okay, so I think we are still on. I'm not seeing any. So how come any?
Oh, because that's not reconnected. I'm over here. I'm on my phone. They're saying that they can see us. Hoodie for Maddie. Yeah, I like hoodies.
All right. Okay. All right. So can't see any comments anymore, but I will just wrap this up. So I've given my.
If you want to read comments, but that's not really.
Yes. So I've given my official pick so far. I have to decide about the leans. I just want to come out positive once again. I'm definitely leaning Detroit, but I guess KC is that's a quality team. I don't want to go against them, so I'll hold off on that one. The Dodgers team total over is definitely tempting. Let me see. What do I want to do? Milwaukee on the second half. That would be pretty tempting. Milwaukee on the second half. Let me just quickly refresh my memory. Minus 110. Minus 110. They do
Robinson. Yeah, that's totally true.
What?
That he compares Escazú to like the Beverly. Escazú is certainly the Beverly Hills of Costa Rica.
Gosh, Milwaukee.
Oh, yes, Jensen. At me on Twitter or that'd be the best way. Just either my private one or ours, and I'll get up with you.
All right, I'll hold off on that Milwaukee second half play, and then let's see here. What's going on?
He just wanted to make sure I gave a ticket away.
Right, okay.
Clearly, he's not watching the show today.
The Dodgers team total over is definitely a lean, but let me see. Let me just quickly check the Dodgers team total over. That is very, very tempting. I'll hold off on that one though. I'll just keep that one as a lean, and then Washington. I'll keep that one as lean as well. All right, so those are my plays. Yankees -1, St. Louis -1. Cubs and Atlanta, team total over 5, and then there was one other play that I gave. What was that one? What was the other play that I gave? Or was it only 3? Yeah, I guess it was only 3.
Oh, there was another one, wasn't there?
I don't know. St. Louis -1, Cubs, Atlanta, team total over 5, Yankees -1.
I guess there wasn't, huh?
I guess there wasn't. Should I just stick with those 3?
Yes.
I'm going to have to win 2 of them, and if I want to, have a positive day.
I gotta say, I'm not sweating one of them.
I could throw out 2 more plays, and then maybe give myself a better chance of having a winning day as well.
Nicholas, the conference is on the 4th and the 5th of August.
Very tempting. I could throw on Detroit first 5, Milwaukee second half, Dodgers team total over. All right, I'll just stick with those 3 plays today. Hopefully 2 of them will cash, and I'll come back with another winning day tomorrow. But it will be a lot of leans that I have given, and hopefully those are generally profitable as well. In case anyone is listening to the advice and failing it. All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for all the comments. Sorry once again about the technical issues and the chaos that ensued. We picked it up, and hopefully you enjoyed the show. Overall, we'll be back tomorrow for the Wednesday card.